Hello and welcome to MMO Gaming, where the Pokemon TCG, One Piece card game and Disney Locana come to life. If you want to level up your game, stay tuned and let's switch right into the video. Welcome to another commentary gameplay video here on my channel. So today we are taking a look at round number 2 of the last Mana Temple Locals. Those of you who don't know, you can find the link in the descriptions. Will be a One Piece Locals every Wednesday and every Saturday, so if you're in the area around, please feel free to check them out. So let's jump right into the gameplay. So in this second round we have a Doflamingo mirror match here. Looks like Virgil is starting off here with the 1-cost buggy, rearranging the top 3 here, passing it back to Joshua, which is going to start off with a Martial Teach and passing it over to Virgil again. Swings 7 with leader effect. Summons out a Gecko Mori, not what you want to see here, but you take what you get right back to Joshua here, which got the nice Black Golden Dawn from the regional championship there. Takes the 7k hit and is now establishing a Boa Hancock. Taking a look at the top 3 and that's the rest of it. So I see a lot of 7 Warlords of the sea characters there, right? Especially the Trafalgar Law is a pretty good card to have. It looks like he's drawing into Gecko Moria and leaves the Boa to summon out probably next turn with his leader effect. And is now just swinging here really big, 8k swing into life. Also use the Martial Teach effect there, not into life, sorry, into the Gecko Moria, right, removing this off the field. And Virgil responds with a Perona here. Also some nice options to work with for the next few turns. I saw Edward Weevil there. So now 8k swing, summoning out the Trafalgar Law, bouncing back the buggy and also bouncing back the Boa Hancock from Joshua's side. And he takes a life, is going down to 3 life already. So now at 6 down he could play out a Warlord for 4, right? And then also play a Boa Hancock with his leader effect if he wants to. So we see here, checking the top 3 again and rearranging them, attach the rest of down to his leader. Probably attach another one and then swing 7 with the leader effect. I would imagine into the Trafalgar Law, right, taking this off the field. But no, looks like he's using the Martial Teach effect here to put 2 rest down here onto his leader. Swings 8k here to summon out another Boa Hancock there. And for his last remaining down, he's playing another buggy. No, don't think it's necessary. Yeah, just 9k here into Law, taking this off the field. Back to Virgil. Which is playing a Boa Hancock off his own down. 2 more rested down here to his leader. 8k into the rested Boa. Summoning out a Edward Weevil and Joshua not countering out here, letting the Boa Hancock go. So now he is going into his 8th turn. I see some red rocks in his hand, but probably you want to play out the Laws here. Okay, for one he's playing out the buggy. Taking a look at top 3, there is a Edward Weevil. Now we see the Law bouncing back the buggy, bouncing back the Boa from Virgil's side. And maybe he's using the Teach to stack another Law on top. No, just a 7k. No. So 2 down attached here to his leader. He's using the Teach effect. Stack something on top. Another 2 rested down here onto his leader. Is it a big 9k swing here into the Weevil? Yeah, bouncing back the Law and also the Edward Weevil, right? And now 9k swing here into life, which is going to connect. So now I think Virtual Hand is really much filled with cards. So maybe next turn we see a big pulling play by Joshua, right? Removing all of these cards away. I think there's like 5 or I think about 10 cards in his hand, right? So yeah. If he's playing some Gecko Moria to retrieve some cards from his trash, it will be just gone next turn. So let's see what Virgil is going to do here. Starts with the Boa Hancock here. So theoretically he could play 2 Boar Hancocks and then use the leader effect. So now we see a 5k swing here with Perona. Joshua's blocking this with his Boar Hancock. And now another don't attach to the leader. 7k here. Summons out the Crocodile. With no effect. And now Joshua is countering out here with the buggy and a law. And I think now we see the big pudding played out, right? Around 10 cards in hand, so I think you definitely have to play out the pudding here before swing with anything. Yeah, that's just so much value. And there we see the smile in Joshua's face, right? He knows that he exactly, yeah, removed a lot of cards there in Virtual's hand, right? I think getting away from 10 to 5 cards is pretty strong. Now we see Joshua using the leader effect, prepping a Gecko Mori here on top. 2 Restodon to his leader, swings 7, probably into the Croc, I would imagine. Brings out the Gecko Mori to retrieve the Boar Hancock from his discard pile, from the trash. We see 5k swing to Perona here with the law. Then he's overplaying the pudding here with the Boar Hancock. And then he's also swinging with another 7k here, and Virtual is blocking this with the Boar Hancock and a 2k from his own. Virtual starts with a Edward Weevil to draw another card. 6 Don left to work with, now it had 10 Don. Another buggy here established. To rearrange the top 3 cards, now 2 attached to leader 7. To bring out a law, bounce back the buggy, bounce back the blocker boar, and now 7 into the law. Getting rid of this as well. 2 Don remaining here for Virtual, maybe another buggy play down. Not just the 8k swing here into, is it into life or is it into, no, Boar Hancock, yeah. Removing this also from play here. So Virtual could get a little bit back of board presence here in this turn. Now back to Joshua. Starting off with a 5k swing here into the law. Easy 1k from Virtual side. Edward Weevil to fill up Joshua's hand again by drawing 1 extra card. 6 Don left to work with, 6 active Don rights. Right, and then also the Blackbeard effect. Okay, Boar Hancock comes down, rearranging the top 3. That's rested on to his leader. So could swing with a big 7k here if he wants to. Maybe even more with the teach. That's what we see here. Teach effect used, law placed here on top. Another on 2 leader, and now we see a big 9k swing into the Boar Hancock. Playing out the law, probably bouncing back the law and bouncing back the Edward Weevil, I guess, right? Yeah, that's what we see here. And the Boar Hancock is also gone. So now only 1 law that can help Virtual clear Joshua's Gecko Mori here. Virtual starts off with the buggy. 7k into the Gecko Mori, bringing out his own Gecko Mori to retrieve a Trafalgar Law here. Now he's playing the law, bounce back the buggy, to bounce back the boar. Another 7k here into life. Joshua going to take this hit, going down to 2 lives, and back to his turn. Starting off with the Boar Hancock here, attached the rest down here to the Edward Weevil. 7k swing into the law, getting a 2k and a 1k here out of Virtual's hand. Then we see the teach effect being used. 2 rested down here attached to the leader. Swing 7. Into the law again and summoning out his own law. Bounces back the rested law and also the other active law to Virtual's side. And then it's a question, what does he do with the Gecko Mori that is rested there? plays out another Boar Hancock. Just to attach Rested on to the Blackbeard, and then attacks 5 here into the Rested Gecko, getting out a 2k from Virtual's hand. So Virtual starting off here with a 7k, swinging into the Edward Weevil, summoning out his own Weevil, forcing a 2k here out of Joshua in the Dracul Mihawk. Plays out the Bucky again, check the top 3. Is now bouncing his own Buggy with his Law, bounce back one of the Boar Hancocks, and then attaches 2 Dawn to the Gecko to swing 7 probably into life. So now the question, does he? Oh, he blocks this, so this gives virtually information that there's no 2k in Joshua's hand, right? Because otherwise he would definitely prefer to, yeah, block and use a 2k there. Back to Joshua here. That starts off with a 6k swing here into the Gecko Memorial, probably, right? Forcing a 2k out of Virtual's hand. Now we see the Joshua playing out the Josu to bounce back the Josu to Joshua's hand, and also bounce back the Weevil to Virtual's hand. And then for 4 he's playing out another Edward Weevil, placing another card on top, but now he can't use the lead effect, right, just to swing 7. I think I would much rather have preferred to, yeah, use the teach effect first to stack the Weevil on top, so now he could swing and summon it out. It would become into play rested, but yeah, I think he would still have 3 Dawn left to work with for something else. Maybe another swing with the teach, right? And now we see Virtual starting with the Buggy, plays the Josu to bounce back the Josu from Joshua, swings 7 here and plays out a Boar Hancock. Since we are in overtime, the players are also pacing up their game of play. Rested on onto the Trafalgar Law. 7k swing is connecting. Now we see 6k into life. And Joshua doesn't have so much counter, right? I think he has to get rid of a Josu and a Law here. 2 1ks to get out of this swing. And now back to Joshua. That starts with a Boar Hancock here. Puts the cards to the bottom of his deck. Rested on to the leader. No, to the Edward Weevil. 7 into the Law. 2k and 1k. Then Red rocks the Josu here under Virtual's deck. And then another 7k here with the teach effect to get rid of the Law from Virtual's side. And now Virtual got 2 attacks. There's only 1 block on Joshua's side, only 1 life, right? So could definitely do a little bit of damage here. But you also feel safe with the 4 lives he's at, right? Starting off here with 2 Edward Weevil. Draw 2 cards, and then we see 6k swing and a 7k swing, and yeah, Joshua not having any counter here, so Virtual takes the win. Still undefeated in this tournament. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if not already done, please leave a like or a comment, or also subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you on the next video on my channel here.